That's a balanced list.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's like I don't. Your
The
pro.
pro is the nigga.
Exactly. If I'm fighting you, if you're my enemy, and just because you gave somebody in my family something that was extremely beneficial to them, I mean, I'm not this person that be like, oh man, I'm not cold hearted in that sense of things. Like, hey, I'm grateful for that, but you still a nigga to me.
Like, yeah, you still did what you did. You still did what you
Exactly.
did.
Let's say, Donnie, that's the same thing if you get in a fight with somebody who got some hands. You're like, damn, he beat my ass, but I was in there with him. Like, it's the same thing. You like, you giving him his props, but at the same time, fuck you. That's how it is, man. I think that's what they doing. Like
Well,
that
Hell
motherfucker had some
nah, ain't
hands.
nobody
Man.
finna whoop.
He had me on,
and I get that.
a roast for a minute. He had me on a roast for a minute, but I had to get.
Yes, I get that, and yes, you are right. That is what that conveys to. But no, stop giving credit to where we say credit is needs to be. Like that whole statement. I give credit or props. I think like virtually everything else in the world, there's levels to it. It's not just cut black and white as we call it. There's levels to want your cake and eat it too. Why? It's a retarded saying for one, so that's one level. But two,
Yeah.
what else do you do with cake when you get it? You eat it. You know, there's levels.
If they're gonna give credit, why don't they give credit to people who are not in the news, who does nice stuff for people every day, all day that we never hear about? Those are the people who need credit, not nobody who's in the government. We're just supposed to give them a chance just because you say so. That's not how that works.
Exactly. Piggybacking off that, once this person is doing supposedly a good thing or good things, don't go into the past and look for the freaking record that we all have. We all have a record. No matter how small it is, we have a record. So I'm out here, been doing the last 38 years of giving out Christmas, giving out Thanksgiving, and on any other day of the week, just giving. But then you go back to when I was a freaking elementarian and say I took some candy. So that's preventing me from being president now. Even though the freaking president who's current not only raped a whole island of kids, he sold the freaking country.
Yo,
And
I'm gonna say this right here though. But I mean that shit like that been going on since the start of fucking politics. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I gotta make you look as bad as you is to the public, so it can make me look good. Like we're talking about slave masters, or like, okay, well, I had 12 slaves, but he had 300. So it's like you know, I only whoop my slaves on Sunday. I gave them the Sunday off. Like that's how that shit look. It's been going on for a long time. But we got to get to a place now where we gotta look behind the curtains when it comes to the people we're supposed to be voting for, or whoever running this land. Because
man,
I don't give a fuck what you did 20 years ago. That's the truth. I mean, now trust, you could have did a lot of shit, repented, gave your life to God, and came back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could give a damn what you did 20 years ago. Now, my thing is, what are you doing for these people now? And is what you're doing is going to benefit me and my family, or the people that look like me and around me? So, you know what I'm saying? So that's my focus is when it comes to me looking at these politicians.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yep, I'm absolutely with you. But if this white, it ain't right.
Well, you know, maybe too. I think people like you keep on mentioning like Christmas and shit like that, right? I got this one aunt that's just a straight bitch, but she sends me a check and the Christmas card like every year.
You cash it, don't you?
I cash the fuck out of that
That's
check.
why you cash it, don't you?
But I don't say thank you because fuck that bitch.
That's the thank you.
So instead of giving credit, it's just like, you know, I'll spend your money. I'll take the benefits, but I'm not saying thank you. I don't owe you shit for that.
Exactly. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you.
What is your thoughts on reparations?
I want my check.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'll let y'all go first because I can go for a long time. You want your check unique? AC.
I don't care where it comes from. I just want some money.
You get half of that check, AC.
You sure do get half of that check. Yeah.
How you
So
want
like
your half
I don't
distributed
get
to
a
you?
check because like I'm Canadian, right? So it doesn't matter if I'm black or white. Nobody owes me shit. But my wife is Native, right? And so like the issue of reparation checks, like it hits kind of close to the household one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a conversation we have a lot. Like, how much money can somebody give you that's going to compensate for the loss of your culture, your heritage, your history, your identity, everything else? There is not enough money in the world. Fuck you.
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the same thing. I'll take the check though.
I mean, I'll take the check, but that doesn't make up for it. I'll take the check.
It's not okay.
Exactly. It's like you said earlier about you said it's your auntie who send you the check every AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something similar to that in what you said, your explanation. Yes, you can't give me enough money. The only way, as of right now, I'm not looking for any retaliation, but the only way I can even think that is this even enough is that for you to relinquish your heritage. Relinquish your heritage. I'm not, hey, I ain't saying people need to treat you like a slave, but I'm saying for me to even think, is this enough? Because it can't be enough because what you've done to a group of people. A group of people, not just colors. I hear you. Not just colors.
The suicide rate can go up, Donnie. Don't do that.
Man, hey.
I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that I don't think the reparations would really make a difference with the fact of what's still going on in 2023. Mm-hmm. If we didn't have all this stuff going on, the police brutality and all the racist stuff that's still going on, it doesn't matter how much money you send me, it's still going on. We need to all be one race like we're supposed to be. And then maybe we could talk about fixing stuff. But I mean, reparations for what? Something that happened hundreds of years ago. Yeah, I want my money. I will take my money. I'm not going to say no to money.
Yes.
But at the same time, what is this payment really supposed to achieve? What is it really supposed to do if this stuff is still going on?
That's a good point, because I think like to Unique's point there, until like all the problems stop, until you start fixing some shit, if you make people put their hand in their pocket and start paying for these crimes, they're going to look at it as a membership free, like a fee, like a subscription service where they can be openly racist and shitty to everybody.
Exactly. We can buy racism on credit.
Yeah, I paid for it.
Racism on credit.
Right. Exactly. So my biggest thing is this right here. So what are we saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm with you, Unique. I want my check. I need some money. But I need some money. I need that money.
My money.
But my thing is now, what are we saying now that they pay us this money? They say they pay us all this money. We're gonna erase all of this shit that happened. No, we start on a clean slate.
But we need, if we get money, we need to have, it needs to be on a I won't say contingency basis, but it needs to be on the base of you're going to tell our true history, not the history that y'all teach in these schools, not the history. If you going to go out your way to pay us money, let everybody know what you're paying us this money for. Not what is being taught in these schools, not what people think that they know. Let them know the truth, because people of color know the truth. We know what happened to us, or people, even some white people. I have white friends too. They know the truth because some of their ancestors was involved in all that, and went down. So they know. But until people actually really know what really happened, just not what's being told, no amount of money is going to fix it, because then they're going to think, oh, well, Black people are we're feeling sorry for them, or they think that, like somebody told me, oh, well, Black people didn't have to be slaves. They could have escaped. And I'm like, well, if that was the case, do you really think they would have really been slaves? If it was just that easy to just get up and walk away?
Did you forget about the forget about the ones who did?
Yeah,
made attempts.
So they're making it
escape and go well, bitch. We are here.
Yeah, so they're making it seem like it is bad, but of course they're not in our situation. So I just think that if the reparation money is going to come, there needs to be something behind it as to show, yeah, well, it's not just because y'all were enslaved or your ancestors were slaves. Y'all were beaten, y'all were raped, y'all were murdered, y'all were thrown in the damn ocean. There was so much stuff that had happened that nobody knows about.
And
it should be attached
that it's
to
still
that.
trickling down.
Yeah,
It's
and
still
it should be
trickling down
attached
now.
to that. On top of that, the
Oh yeah,
reparations.
nothing's changed.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And then on top of that, the reparations, it should also show, we still got a problem. So if you're gonna give reparations, don't give it in like a lump sum. Give monthly payments, because we still every day monthly being treated some kind of way. So you need.
Whoa. We gonna need that lumpy sum.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna need a lump sum answer.
Well, we gonna need.
No, I'm saying that we gonna need the lump sum for the past, but we gonna need the monthly payments.
Hold on, wait a minute, y'all, wait a minute. Y'all need 400 years of a lump sum.
Exactly, and we need to get paid till death.
Because it's still going on. Because just like I said, just because you have somebody some money doesn't excuse what happened. And yes, you can't change the past, but and yeah, you're trying to do something to try to fix it, but unless you fix it entirely, no amount of money is going to fix that. It's just not going to happen. I don't believe that.
Exactly.
And I think the fact that they trying to get rid of our history altogether is the craziest part for me. Ron DeSantis is who I think Tamika Mallory was talking about in Florida, and
yes,
Florida is really Florida's really become the testing subject for racism. So what they're doing in Florida is they are really, there's no lie, they are taking slavery out the history books in Florida and not teaching this new generation that slavery ever existed. They teaching that there was workers who there was unpaid workers who volunteered their services.
Well, that's a way of looking at it.
Yeah, but how can you look at it that way?
If you're stupid, you can look at it that way.
Exactly. I always said that even back before all this was, when they trying to re-innovate the history all over again. Even before that, I always said that we got taught retardedly. Mm-hmm. The way that we got taught was retarded, and the English language on top of that is also retarded. We have 88 different words that mean the same thing, but we use them all differently. Now we're left with a whole bunch of, hey, that's not what that means. Well, yeah, it does, but we use the Ebonic version of it. We use the 87th version of it, which is the Ebonic version. That's the most common way that society talk to each other. That's true. We keep saying a whole bunch of stuff that we don't even know the meaning of the word is, which is how we're about to get into what we're about to talk about now.
Okay, can I ask a question of like the three real black people here? I mean, like, it's like a weird.
Hey, man, I'm light skinned.
Okay.
I'm light skinned.
No, but what I mean is like,
I'm in that cross. The weather about to change. I'm gonna see what happens.
Okay, so the three of you are African American, right?
Yeah.
I'm half African. I know what my African heritage is because my mother came directly from. I know exactly which city, which date, whatever, where exactly she came in Africa, right? So my idea of my family's African history is very, very clear. How does it feel for you three when you're reduced to the color of your skin? You're black. They call you African American. Like, do you know what your African roots are? And if not, like, how does that affect you? Just looking in the mirror is like, okay, I'm a black man. I'm an African man or African woman. Sorry, Unique.
Oh, you're fine.
For you as well. But I mean, you look in the mirror, you're seeing this obviously African face, but you don't know what the roots of that are. And then on top of being reduced just to a black face, then on the other hand, you got society saying, you know what, you can't have your historical identity on this side of the ocean either. You're cut off from both sides of the history. Like, how does that affect your day-to-day?
Well, it doesn't affect my day-to-day, for one, because I don't look at myself as a nationality. I am aware that I am a nationality, but I just don't look at myself like that. I look at myself as a person, a human being, the same way I look at every other person on the planet. I'm aware of the different nationalities and all that stuff, and I'm aware of the treatment, but it doesn't affect me on that level because of, again, how I view myself. As you heard, I say the word nigga. I use the word nigga. I don't identify as a nigga. I don't consider myself to be one, but I know I know all about the term